mixed martial arts is as popular as ever these days.
Yeah, here and around the world where fighters are working their way up the ladder, hoping to be king of the octagon.
That's right, Jim Marie, a local MMA fighter from the west side of Chicago, is rising up the ranks in Bellator's heavyweight division. As Matt Zahn found out, he took a bit of a road less traveled to get to this point in his career.
Daniel the Predator James has a pretty simple mindset when he enters a fight.
Somebody has to leave their cage with their hand raised, and I refuse not to have mine raised. So that's my whole thing.
Lately, the 41-year-old Chicago native has been getting his hand raised a lot. James has won 5 straight fights, rising to number 4 in Bellator's heavyweight rankings, with his eyes on one goal ahead of his upcoming bout in his hometown.
Yeah, the title in Bellator is ready to go. I'm one of the top dogs. And so for me to go fight him and win this fight, to get a shot at the world title after this, that's always been the goal.
James' path to this point certainly took an interesting turn. He spent 3 years fighting in Europe and Russia, which he says included fighting against some big dudes.
I fought against the biggest, the baddest, and the toughest. So when I came back here, I didn't look at it as a piece of cake. I said, well, it is another challenge. I am a guy that likes a challenge, so why not go over to Europe and fight and become more of a world-class fighter and build a bigger fan base and get a chance to, might not ever travel to Europe, you know what I'm saying? So I had a chance to go at somebody else's expense, thank you.
As much as James enjoyed his time fighting overseas, he's loving being back home again, and that means getting the chance to fight in front of his hometown fans.
Hailing from Chicago, Illinois.
To be back fighting in Chicago for the second time is really amazing. I was kind of stoked, when I got the call back to come back to Chicago and coming off of this winning streak. Still got the little jitters and things of that sort, you know what I'm saying? Not because of who I'm fighting, just because it's like, it's my city, the people's coming out. And you think the last time was sold out, but like this time it's like everybody's like, they know you now. It's like, yo, Daniel James coming back to Chicago, he's putting on for the city, he's representing well.
That's not the only way James is representing his city well. He's a big believer in setting a good example for young Chicagoans and giving back in whatever ways he can.
Book bag giveaways, school supplies, uniforms. This for kids all over the city. Toy drives for Christmas. We give away appliances. We gave away toys. We did 2 toy drives.
If he gets that Bellator title, we might just see him helping out more. James says his goal is to win the belt, defend it in Chicago, and after that, he says it might be time to put the gloves down and put in more work in the community. In Schaumburg, Matt Zahn, CBS 2 News.
Thanks, Matt. Daniel James is part of the main card for Bellator 297. That's Friday night at Wintrust Arena, along with fellow Chicagoan and light heavyweight Corey Anderson. If you can't make it out to watch him in person, you can watch it live on Showtime. That is if you can handle the punch, It's a lot.
It was a lot.
I got a headache looking at that uppercut.
Listen, that's why we watch from the sidelines where no one's getting into the octagon, Joe.
Yeah, that's right.